Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to another off-camera highlight reel. Starting off here, this isn't much of a highlight, but I haven't seen a knuckleball thrown in MLB The Show in years. I was completely frozen by that one. I just thought it was a funny moment. Right here, Jake Fraley gets a little bit of help from the outfielder here against the Padres. I think that's Jose Azocar in center field. Completely whiffs on the line drive, and then a bad throw coming in. We're able to stretch it and get the inside the park home run, but it was scored a triple. But that was a really cool moment, and it was actually the go-ahead run. Right here, Friedel hitting a walk-off in the 10th inning against the Orioles. I can't remember how we did in this series, but that was a big win for us. And then at the end here, we got this really cool, definitely not going to be the thumbnail of this video. Get this little team photo right there. That was really cool. And then Hunter Green threw a perfect game against the defending NL champion Arizona Diamondbacks. I threw every pitch of this game. Couldn't believe that I threw a perfect game against the Diamondbacks. Good lineup on legend difficulty, but we got it done. They had a lot of hard contact in that game, so we got a little bit lucky. Well, not a little bit, a lot of bit lucky with hard contact being hit right to guys because I think he only had like 6 strikeouts. Um, but yeah, awesome moment throwing a perfect game against again the defending NL champs. Then obviously a little celebration montage here at the end. Um, On to this next one. This was such a crazy glitch that I had happen to me against the Giants. So look at where this ball is going. Clearly going way into the third baseline seats, but then it just teleports into the Giants left fielder's glove. I looked down at my phone when Benson hit that because I was like, oh, it's just a foul out. And then he was out. I was just shocked. This right here, Ellie De La Cruz had a stretch where he hit 3 home runs in 3 straight games, or he had a home run in 3 straight games. So 3 home runs in 3 days. That was the final one. Go ahead run against the Padres there. And then Austin Wins, of all people, with early timing, 43 contact, 39 power, hits a home run, barely scraping over the left field wall. I just thought that was cool. I like when very bad hitters have cool moments like that. And then right here, I'll get into this in the video, but for whatever reason, I tried to record this game for this video, but my audio didn't go through. Don't know why, but our only runs of the game, 7th inning pinch hit, grand slam by Jamer. On to the video. Hey, what's going on, everybody? My name is Jake, and welcome back to MLB The Show 24 franchise with the Cincinnati Reds. Last time we took on the defending champion Texas Rangers in a quick count game and got a win. It was the second time attempting record that game. And once you know it, it's my second time trying to record a game for this episode. I was originally planning on doing this game right here, which was a Friday blackout game against the Dodgers and their $1 billion payroll, going up against Clayton Kershaw, Wade Hunter Green on the mound. And I recorded it. It was a kind of boring game because the 4 runs that we got weren't scored until the 7th inning when Jamer Candelario hit a pinch hit grand slam. But even then, boring game encapsulated by a really cool moment. But then when I stopped recording and I was watching it back just to make sure everything turned out okay, for whatever reason, I don't know why, I had my headset plugged in and my volume on and everything, but my audio just didn't get recorded, so it was just completely silent. So a little frustrating. So instead, we're going to record this game going up against Yoshinobu Yamamoto. Um, as you see there, Brandon Williamson is up. I will get into that in a second. Because this is my second attempt at recording an episode for this, I'm going to go through this beginning a little bit quicker. Um, just kind of going over what's been happening. Big things to point out, Matt McClain's been really streaky. Average isn't great. The slugging is still good, and the OPS is fine, but he'll have series where he does awesome, and then the next series or 2 series he won't do shit. So it needs to be more consistent. Jamer's been good. He was actually leading the all third baseman all-star votes when I last checked. So he's been awesome as a free agent signing in the offseason in real life. Ellie's been on a hot streak. At one point his average was below 200, but we've kind of got it up a little bit. Big thing for him is, again, just making sure we're making contact and putting balls in play. His strikeout rate has climbed up to 23%, but that's still 10% lower than last year. His walk rate is lower, but again, he's just putting the bat on the ball, which is important, at least so far. TJ Friedel's been doing great. He was at above 300, but now he's dipped slightly below it. Still been really good leadoff guy. Fraley, meh. Benson's been good. He gets on base. He walks a lot. He makes hard contact. He's been really, really pleasing so far this year. CES has been on a good run too. His average is up to 270. Not walking a ton, but making about a bunch of hard contact. And then, yeah, a bunch of our guys off the bench. Um, if you noticed, Austin Wens and Luke Maile are catchers. I did decide to send Tyler Stevenson down to AAA because after the Rangers series where he was pretty good, he just completely fell off a cliff again, was not hitting well. So I said, all right, we need to send him down and make sure he is developing and not going down in ratings from playing badly. And since then, some of his ratings, or most of them actually, have gone up. His overall has also gone up, and he's hitting okay at 278. Stuart Fairchild, on the other hand, not hitting okay, only 178, but his ratings are still going up. So would like to see him hit better, obviously, but at least he's still progressing in his overall. Noelvi Marte's been struggling, but same thing. Ratings have been going up. And then our other top prospect, Sal Stewart, has been doing pretty solid, and his ratings are boosting a lot. And then the first-round draft pick for the Reds last year, Rhett Lauder, has been awesome at Double-A, sub-2 ERA, 5-1. Ratings are going up. He'll probably get moved to AAA at some point this year. Chase Petty, another one of the Reds' top pitching prospects, sub-3 ERA, pretty good. Ratings are all going up. And Connor Phillips, not as good with the ERA. The win-loss record isn't great. He's seemingly getting the decision in every one of his starts, which is not often that happens. But his ratings are still going up, so good to see there. And then off camera, I had to trade a guy to free up a 40-man roster spot for Austin Wins when we sent down Tyler Stevenson. So I traded away one of our low overall deep potential guys and promoted Ty Floyd to Double-A. He's 21 years old, beat potential, and he's got a sub-2 ERA through his first 2 starts. So really good there. As I talked about, Andrew Abbott got hurt, tore his rotator cuff. He's pretty much done for the year. Let's see, we're in May in this series. Yeah, he'd be back in November, which in order to be back in time, we'd literally have to be in the World Series and go to 7 games. So he's going to be done for the year, which obviously sucks, but through 9 starts, pretty good. 3.12 ERA. Strikeouts were solid. Sucks that he's hurt, but it's good that he got a handful of starts and was solid in them. So without further ado, I'm going to go ahead and get into this game. I'm only going to do the hitting. I was thinking about just doing another quick count game, but I'm going to kind of show you how I play some of these games off camera, so that way, I'm not playing every single pitch of every single game. That would just take forever. Going to go ahead and give Matt McClain a day off in the field and put him at DH, and then we could probably benefit from. Let's go ahead and play Nick Martini and right. Let's put him in left. Let's switch him and Benson because Benson has a stronger arm. Then we'll move Benson to 5th in the lineup and Martini 8th. Yeah, that's good. So we'll give Jake Fraley a day off. Probably give Ellie a day off, but I want to have him play. So, but yeah, I'm only going to do the hitting in this, and then I'll kind of jump in if there's high leverage pitching spots. The game I tried to record was just quick counts, and I think afterwards it took about 40 minutes, so
going up against the Cincinnati Reds.
Obviously getting through the games quicker, but
Chris, we've got an opportunity to watch one of the true superstars of the sport.
A little bit how I play this game off camera, so that way I'm able to get through the games at a good enough rate where I'm able to
Boog, it's offensively at the plate, defensively when he's on the bases. And this guy's just a heads-up player,
here,
but he's got
having
so
a really
much
good
talent,
year.
and he makes the most of
Arguably,
that.
if we're talking about just sole position players, because there's no doubt Ohtani's the best player in baseball.
First pitch coming your way next.
Great at, well, he's really great at hitting. He's really good at pitching. I don't know if they call him great. I feel like some probably do, and that's valid. But Ohtani's no doubt best player in baseball. But you can make a real argument for Mookie Betts that he's one of the top 3 position players in baseball. Some probably have a convincing one that he's the best. So, okay, so right there, no high leverage spots in that inning, so we're just going to get right into hitting. We're going up against the $325 million international free agency signing that the Dodgers brought in. Actually, just today they signed Will Smith to like a $170 million extension. So their pocketbooks are endless, and that's why they're able to acquire and accrue all this payroll talent. But outside of the short 2020 season, they haven't been able to put it together for championships. So we'll see if that changes this year. But their roster is absolutely stacked. I think Freddie Freeman is hurt for them in this because he wasn't in their lineup the first time we played them on the road when I faced them off camera, and he's not in their lineup now. So that's, you know, one of their 3-4 best players that's not playing.
And that is strike one.
Yamamoto gets a call there on a splitter. Rope one, that's in the gap. Lead off double for TJ Friedel to start this off against Yamamoto. Very good start. Obviously, that's not, you know, Nobu's complete player likeness, and his ratings are probably going to be different once he actually gets put to the game. Whenever international free agents sign, they don't usually get put to the game until, I don't even know. I feel like it's got to be like a good portion of the season in for them to actually get their likenesses in. I don't know how the licensing and stuff works with that. Yeah, like him, Shota Imanaga for the Cubs, and John Hoagie won't be in the game and aren't currently, at least to my knowledge, but they will be eventually. So for now, we just have to use an important player. Let's look at our lineups averages. Not very good across the board, but also no one really doing horrendous. At least that plays full-time for us. I mean, Luke Mailey is sub-200, and he does technically play full-time, but he's a temporary full-time player.
And takes high there. One away with a runner at third here in the second game of the series.
A good chance here to bring in a run in the first inning. Probably that was a pitch to hit there. 99-mile-per-hour fastball. Just late on it.
And a 1-1. On the
ground ball to the left side. This should get Friedel home. Gavin Lux isn't even going to throw to home. And the Nerfy is busted, but it's in our favor. We take an early 1-0 lead here. Now Jamer Candelario, who, again, you'll see it in the little clips that I'll put in before this video. And
this one in the air.
But he hit the pinch hit grand slam last night. He's been doing a really, really good job this year as like one of the only true veterans in the lineup here on the team. 3-strike first. Okay, I know I said I'm not going to pitch, but I got to face Ohtani at least once. Got to get some gameplay of him.
Think about how big of a star he's become in the U.S., but his dog Decoy
amidst his gambling scandal in real life.
When he was being awarded his second
that whole
MVP,
situation is just crazy.
so darn cute.
The interpreter supposedly going in a bunch of debt, and then Ohtani's saying, you know, he covered for his debt so he could get out of it, but now they're saying, you know, Imanaga was placing bets for Ohtani through a bookie. Well, Imanaga didn't say that, but they're like investigating into that, and that's the theory. Ohtani's actually gambling a day. Can we get him to strike out here?
Frustrating right there as
Brandon Williamson, and let's go ahead and go back to quick sim. So yeah, I just go at bat by at bat, and let's say the computer hits a single and then another single they runs in the corner. There's 2 outs. I'll jump in and try to prevent that run from scoring, or I'll do a horrible job and let them score or hit a 3-run home run. Never know. You never know.
That one finds the zone.
Will Benson standing in here. Going to start gradually moving him up the lineup as he keeps playing like this. You see the on-base percentage. Only guy on our team above 400. I mean, it's barely above 400, but it still is. So he's been doing good. I played him against Kershaw in the game I was trying to record, and I can't remember how he did. I'm going to start playing him a little bit more against lefties because I've talked about this before. I really don't want to platoon both corner outfields because let's say like the Reds in real life, if TJ Friedel gets hurt, who's our only everyday outfielder, then we're going to have at least one or two guys who just can't hit both sides. Are going to have to play every day. So if either him or Fraley can develop a little bit against lefties, that'd be great. If not, you know, it's kind of just a competition for them at this rate to see who can play more in that corner outfield, and maybe we'll look to acquire someone
Good zip
to be
on
a
that
full-time
fastball
guy
at the
out there.
bottom of the zone. If he's there all day, it's going to be a tough one for the hitters.
Out
Yeah, a
towards
little
left
weak
center.
fly ball on the left.
On the move.
But again, we're
They got
not striking out.
Number 2.
Let's keep making contact with Ellie.
2 out, space is empty.
Jonathan India standing in here.
Now at the plate.
Real life, he's going to be the Reds. Yeah, everyone's talking about him getting traded, and I've talked about it too, but he's going to be their full-time second baseman for the foreseeable future because Matt McClain had shoulder surgery, I think, yesterday. Maybe it was today.
Now it's even 1-1.
So he's going to be out for a while. So the Reds in real life are, you know, 2 of their 3 or 4 best players. I should not have swung at that. And TJ Friedel and Matt McClain are going to be out for a while to start the year. So. And then obviously Noelvi Marte, who got suspended for PEDs, was probably going to break camp and play third base, but nah, he's obviously not going to play. So it's an opportunity for other guys, like fringe everyday guys like, you know, Jonathan India, Stuart Fairchild, and, you know, Benson and Fraley, who, you know, might normally platoon or, you know, have a backup role. Now they're going to play every day. Christian Encarnacion Strand again will play every day at first base, and they're going to move Steer to the outfield. So
Taylor coming on.
Yeah,
he's got it. And there's
be interesting to see how the real life Reds shake out this year. I'm excited. Opening day is tomorrow. At the time I'm recording this, I'll probably upload this on opening day, and I'm just super excited. I absolutely love baseball. I didn't always love baseball. I've always liked it, but
triple digits on the gun.
when I started to get like in my later, you know, in my teens and later teens,
strike
like
2.
16, 17, 18, I really started to pay attention to it more. Even though the Reds sucked, mostly because I liked the MLB The Show games more than any other sports games, besides 2K for a while. But now it's my definitive favorite. I started paying more attention to baseball a while ago, and now it's like behind football, it's like I feel like I enjoy tracking baseball than I do basketball at this point. I don't know, but yeah, I'm super excited for opening day. Reds got the Nationals tomorrow.
Swing and he breaks his bat. Muncy flashes
and I think I've might be,
you know,
pissing off the baseball traditionalists saying this, but I enjoy watching it more with the pitch clock. I think, you know, for the casual fan or even the really, you know, intensive fan who watches a lot, I look at it from the perspective as like the only people, you know, not everyone's going to be buying tickets to a ton of games. You know, it's either just not affordable or just not, you know, it doesn't work out with their work-life balance to be going to baseball games all the time. So I look at it as, from watching it from home and on TV, the pitch clock makes it more enjoyable to watch, in my opinion. I remember last year in the Reds opening day series, as we ground out here to end the inning,
and that's the 3rd out.
but in their opening series against the Pirates, I think it was it was like the 2nd or 3rd game because Nick Lodolo was pitching, and I watched every single pitch of that game, and it only took like 2 hours and 15 minutes. Like, it was not long at all, and I was like, man, at no point in that game was I bored. Like, I was engaged with everything. And again, I know, you know, old head traditionalists or maybe people who go to a ton of games want to see the game stretched out a little bit longer and last longer, which I kind of understand, but at the same time, I look at it from, you know, the more average fan who's not going to a ton of games. If they just want to sit down and watch it, you got to speed some of these games up because, you know, before there's no doubt like baseball games could just drag, but now I don't know. I think it's more enjoyable. I'm for the pitch clock. I think some of the rule changes baseball has made has been good for the game. Obviously, not everyone's going to agree with
speed
it.
On the base paths, he handles the bat very well. I wouldn't be surprised if the skipper puts on some type of hit and run
how
or
I
a
feel
run and
about
hit.
baseball rule changes.
Strike 2.
They might want to steal second in
We
the
get a base
spot,
hit with McLean. Got a base hit in the last game
game
too, so that's good to see.
He needs to pick his spot.
2 straight games was hit. Strikeout here, Steer. He just had me
Now
all out of whack with timing and eye location. He did a good job mixing up his pitches
number
there.
100 here. He's just one shy of that milestone.
And there's a strike on the outside corner.
They were talking about Jamer's 100th home run is impending here.
That misses the zone.
Because the pinch hit grand slam he hit was his 99th, so I would love to be able to hit his 100th in this game. Go back-to-back games. Ooh, a good pitch to hit there, but way out in front of it. So far, Williamson dealing on the mound. He hasn't let up hardly any base runners. So I haven't had to jump in with pitching yet. Knock on wood. Hopefully I didn't jinx that and they don't go on to score like 5 runs on us in the 5th.
Man at first, 1 away.
Full count now.
Good play.
We're gonna work a walk. So 2 on now for Will Benson.
And now the right fielder, Will Benson. And that's in there at the knees for a strike.
That split is a pretty nasty pitch. Explodes out of the hand. Looks like a fastball, and the bottom just falls out of it.
Oh, gosh damn it. I'm so far behind on these breaking balls that are hanging. He hasn't hung a ton so far in this game. But
pitch misses. And
once he has, outside of the pitch to Friedel where he had the leadoff double, I haven't been able to time it up right.
And that one missing low.
Work it even here.
Laying off those pitches down in the zone to even the count up at 2-2. Such a better feeling for the hitter.
Foul ball left side. He'll see another. 2 on, 1 out.
Oh, gosh dang it. I thought that pitch was going to break in over the plate, but just kept going outwards. Tough strikeout there. Would love to bring in some runs here because, again, the Dodgers lineup, even without Freeman, has so many studs in it.
Right here, couple runners on. 2-ball count. You can't nibble, but you have to execute.
3-0 here to Ellie.
Leave something out over the plate. It's going to bring.
I'll take a walk with him. Anything to keep that strikeout rate down and getting him on base. And we'll do a 4-pitch walk to Ellie De La Cruz here. And so Jonathan India will stand in.
Guy at the plate was not going to help him out.
Bases loaded, 2 outs here in the bottom of the 4th.
India stands in with 2 away as he takes a ball.
It'd be like opening day. I'm not
going
to complain with walking in a run if you want to give it to me.
Like he can find the right mechanics and then repeat them.
Oh my God! His slider is bucking me up right now. I cannot time that thing up at all.
2 outs. And another ball.
All right, well, I saw it that time.
In situations like these, the air can get really thin up there at the plate. Got to find a way to breathe and slow everything down.
Oh.
That one fouled off.
I was kind of talking about this in the game I was trying to do for this video, but
2-2 now. Got him swinging.
Well, I choked that opportunity away. But I was talking about how hitting Kershaw. Like, Kershaw doesn't really throw. Well, I probably should have stepped in there against Teoscar Hernandez, but stepped in here against Gavin Lux to try to prevent it from getting worse.
Immediately pumps in a strike to the
maybe I
left-handed
just
hitter.
trusted Brandon Williamson to get out of it.
He might be exhausted out there.
But I was talking about it in the game I was trying to record for this. And, like, Kershaw, even though he was keeping me off the scoreboard up until Jamer came in and hit a, which I don't even know if he hit that off of Kershaw, but, you know, the tough thing I have with hitting is guys like Yamamoto who throw so hard with their fastball. And then you get into the breaking balls, like the slider that he's been throwing, or that splitter that should have just been hit 440 feet over the right field wall. There's just such a big miles per hour difference that I struggle with timing it up.
But nobody's been able to deliver a big hit in those situations.
Yeah, and that slider in particular has really been
on the strike. The pitch.
So now we're behind the 8 ball a little bit here, down a couple runs.
As well. They've been able to get out of a few tough jams, but frustration is mounting for this offense, no doubt.
Next offering is in for a strike.
Come on, Blue. Throw me a bone there.
And another ball.
I feel like we've been in a lot of
nice inning on offense, got some runs across.
Weeks.
This is where you look for the starter to go out there, have a shutdown inning. Don't give that other team any.
Gosh, man, right down the middle, and I'm just not seeing it.
The next to hit for the Reds. First time up was a pop out. Ground ball left side.
I like a lot of the players I've been playing with are very streaky with hitting in this game. I'll have stretches where
Cincinnati. TJ Friedel,
I'm scoring a bunch of runs and getting double-digit hits for the team, and then I'll have stretches like this game where
in the air, right
I really can't hit to save my life.
Settles underneath it.
Lazy fly ball on the right.
And that ends the
Hernandez with the catch.
All right, we go to
part of the order due up for the Dodgers, and we get Mookie Betts trying to steal. All right, Nick Martinez able to get through that
Reds DH.
without anything bad happening to him.
Pitch.
I just cannot time that pitch up. I don't
spinning the baseball, moving it around, doing what he does.
There we go. Nope. No, Mookie, no, Mookie. Get there.
Gets it to first.
No, he is safe. We're challenging that. He was, I'm not even looking at the replay. He was 100% safe.
Yeah, we'll get another look.
No, I'm going to go watch the replay. Yep. I knew it. Don't play with me.
Now it's going to be Spencer Steer. Fly ball to right. Hernandez settles underneath it, and there's one down.
Come on, we gotta get better at that.
Jamer Candelario, the next to hit for the Reds.
Bring this a run
He's
closer,
sitting on 99 career homers. We'll see if this is the moment to notch number 100.
And if I just time up his off-speed pitches, we would be in a much better position.
But, at the very least, if you could find a way to manufacture that run from first, it feels like it's really important to getting back into this ballgame.
Will Smith doesn't have like a huge arm behind the plate.
Base runner with a one-way lead right there. All he's trying to do is get a look at the pitcher's move. Had no intent of stealing on that pitch.
Righty delivers.
It is tempting.
You don't want to get beat by a fastball in, and he spits on that one.
The 2-1. And that one fouled off.
I love this part of the game. Does he really want to try and steal second against this catcher? I know he's fast, but it's pretty risky.
And another ball.
So here we go. Base runner at first, could be running on the pitch. He's got good enough speed to steal the bag and get in scoring position, even if it's a swing and miss at the plate.
Oh my God, that thing was nasty. I thought that was a fastball all the way.
One out away from getting out of a huge jam.
I never claimed to be a great hitter in this game, but this, he is toying with me. Like, he's making it look really bad.
He has attacked hitters. Pitching on the road like this is very impressive.
One time I somewhat time up his splitter.
Taylor makes the grab, and that will
lazy
end the
fun.
inning.
Man.
We go to the top of this.
Full four. Take your base.
All right.
And at the plate for the Dodgers, Gavin
any more
Lux.
damage here.
Strike one.
Looking for some insurance, or as our friends down in the South would say,
insurance.
Actually, I have a friend who like knows Gavin Lux personally. I don't know if they played.
The Dodgers
they're both from
trying to
Wisconsin.
break this one open. Here in the top half of inning number 7.
Travel ball together. Yeah, sorry.
Two on, 2 outs.
We get the pop up
left
for
side.
whatever reason.
Candelario
Nick
has the
Martinez
beat
isn't
on it.
going to field it
Makes
on the
the
pitching
grab.
mound,
And
but
that's
sure,
the
Jamer
third
can
out.
have it. We go to the 7th inning stretch.
Alex Vesia on to pitch
And they're
here.
bringing in Alex
Well, the
Vesia
best relievers
out of the
love the
bullpen.
opportunity to come in and protect the tight lead late in the ball game. Now, some of them are just wired different, so we'll see what he's got.
He has a
De La Cruz
ERA
down
above
box.
8, so
Comes up empty with a swing there.
maybe he'll be a little bit easier to hit here.
Shortstop takes the ball.
Doesn't throw quite as
Moving in the
fast as
bullpen.
Yamamoto.
Brusdar Grotterol looks to be
Not
getting ready for
Brusdar.
manager
I
Dave
know for a
Roberts.
fact he'll get in
Kelly
trouble.
also throwing. Check swing.
Come
Went
on.
around.
No
1
way.
and 2.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Got him. And the leadoff
That's
hitter
like the
set
exact
down off to
opposite
the
of
7th.
bats that I once ran.
Jonathan India at the plate.
Jeez, I'm being made a fool here in this game.
In for a strike. It's 0-1.
How many hits I have? 3. Yeah.
Swing and a ball lifted left field.
No pop.
He's got it, and there's 2 away. And ready to hit now for Cincinnati, Nick Martini.
This is not looking super pretty here.
And the first pitch misses for ball 1.
Ball 1, no strike.
Let me see what they work. Probably. I'll let the computer decide who to bring in. I mean, everyone. It's probably better bringing a lefty, but I don't know. The middle of the
Just
dodge
missed.
order, they can hit both sides.
The Dodgers trying to protect a 2-run lead near the bottom of the 7th. Hit
There we
hard,
go.
that
There's a
gets
base hit.
through.
Nick Martini. He has not been bad as a
How he let that ball
bench bat.
travel, trusted his hands. Nice job of going the other way.
And here's the catcher,
Ever
Luke
since we brought him
Manley.
up for
On the mark
Blue
there,
Fairchild.
and that's ball 1. With
Kinda
the tying
considered
run at the plate,
doing
here in the
pinch hitter
second
here,
game of the
but-
series.
I mean, maybe bring in Christian, but
Swings through that
Haley
one
actually
for
doesn't
strike
hit
1.
lefties
Ball, 1
horribly.
strike.
You see there, 321 against lefties actually. So
So now 1 and 2.
A lot
That
of
one
times you'll see a pitcher maybe double up
Come
on
on,
a pitch.
game.
This guy will throw it 3 times, 4 times in a row because hitters just
Get
can't lay
fouled.
off of it.
don't catch it. Oh, thank you.
The tying run at the plate. In the air to left center. Outman on his way over. Makes the catch. And the inning is back here at Great America.
TJ Antone. It's right through.
So
him,
the
so that's good.
Dodgers have a new arm on the mound.
And Bruce.
Brusdar Grotterol.
Sub one here,
These are
right?
the
He's
spots
on.
relievers really make a name
He's
for
a tough
themselves.
pitcher.
Late and close. There's not much margin for error, but at the same time, there's a
99.
reason they're put in these situations.
Grotterol goes 6'1", 25 years
Now I
old,
finally
and
time
he
up
was
the
born in
fastball.
Venezuela. And there's a foul
Right,
ball.
cutter.
Ah,
Ooh,
that hit him.
okay. Thank you
The
for
leadoff
bailing me
man is
out
aboard
there.
to start the inning.
Definitely a breakdown in his
I was not in
mechanics
good
on
shape
that
there in
one.
that
Just
at
lost
bat,
the handle
but get a
and
cheesy
ended up
hit
really
by
on
pitch.
target.
Get a baseball lead off now.
Slap the other
He
way,
is-
foul.
Now this team is definitely looking for a big swing of the
on,
bat
man.
right here. Try to close that gap, but you know, at the very least, if you could find a way to manufacture that run
Off
from
the plate,
first,
ball
it feels like it's really important to getting back into this ballgame.
Everything he throws is hard. So
Tying run at the plate. And now the count,
Oh,
1 and
that's
2 after the swing and the miss.
like I said, I don't have
See,
the
that
pitch
stayed in the
type
tunnel
like
for a long
preview
time.
on.
No chance
This
of
kinda
even
challenged
fouling it
myself a
off.
little bit more, so was not expecting a slider.
Hacks
Man.
and misses. It's a strikeout.
Probably way out.
He came out of his mechanics there. Typically he likes to shoot the ball the other way, but that time, little
But a
anxious.
multi-hit game for Matt McClain's good.
Steer swings through it for strike 1.
Ball
Felt
1's
like,
the
yeah,
count.
we were
The
on that.
Dodgers holding on to a 2-run lead here the bottom
down,
half of
yeah.
the 8th inning. Close one, doesn't get the call. Going to count 1 and 2.
That's when you always want as a pitcher, down at the knees, and it looked to me like he's barking. That's a strike. Doesn't change the call, but sometimes it helps to let that frustration out a little bit.
Right-hander kicks, deals.
That's
That
ball
one
2.
missed.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
Swing and a pop-up. Foul territory for the catcher.
Oh.
Pulls it down, and there's 2 gone.
Not really been able to do anything with that leadoff base runner.
Here's the third baseman, Jamer Candelario. A strikeout and a walk. That's
Oh
a bullet, but it
my
goes foul.
God.
Here comes the 0-1. Cut on and missed 96 with that fastball.
0-2
This guy's got such a good sinker. As a hitter, you've got to look up in the zone. If you look down, you're going to be chasing stuff in the dirt.
What's
One ball.
wrong
And
with
that
me?
one goes
Wild
straight to the
pitch. Where?
backstop.
Oh, come on, Jamer. Wear that.
And he's
All right,
into
well,
scoring
scoring
position with
position,
2
yeah.
gone on the wild pitch.
Now, am I going to take advantage of that? Probably not.
Pickoff move to second, and he's back in on a dive.
Come on. I'm not going to steal third.
At the belt and fires. Swings and misses, struck him out.
Man, tough game. Tough showing. Tough showing.
Back here with my pal.
3. Ball 4, take the base. That's ball 4.
I'm going to trust the computer. Nice.
Kevin Phillips gets the call from
I
the
was like,
pen.
do I really want
And
to
one
come
thing
in
on him,
here? I just want
He's
to.
been really good this season at
All right.
keeping the ball in the
Evan
park.
Phillips.
Not an easy guy to take deep.
Popped up to the left,
yeah, not
into
easy guy
foul
to take
ground.
deep, bro.
Lux
Just to hit one
sizes
like
this
20
one
feet.
up, makes the catch,
pretty
and there's
deep,
one
right?
gone. Ellie De La Cruz.
I saw
Minutes
someone
to
had a
Reds.
bold prediction for like every. It was either every major league team or just bold predictions for the year.
Bottom of the zone and a
They had
cold
Evan
strike.
Phillips setting
Now,
the
Boog, this is a real tough
MLB
place
record for
visiting
saves in a year.
teams to come in
Which
and close
you got to
out
figure
ball
like the
games for a
Dodgers
win.
probably going to be up in a lot
On
of
the
games.
ground to third.
Oh, beat it.
Toss to Muncy. And a couple of quick
So,
outs.
But still, 63 saves. Is just
Now at the
crazy,
plate,
man.
Jonathan India.
I remember in my MLB The Show 23 franchise with the Reds, I said it with
Inside.
Alexis
That's
Diaz.
inside.
Like once the team was
Two-run
just
game with
got
two
to a
away
point where
here
it
in
was
the
really
bottom of
good.
the
We were
ninth.
up in a lot of games, and yeah, that'd be cool to see.
Even up.
It might be time to choke
One and
up
one.
a little bit, get that front foot down early, maybe even just spread out. He's really
Not
late
looking
right
good
now.
here.
Puts it
And
in the
yeah, laser
air
fly
out towards
ball.
left
What
center.
a piss poor showing of hitting
They'll
by
squeeze it for
me.
the final out, and the Dodgers.
This is the
claim
first
lead
game
here
I
behind some
lose on
great
camera.
pitching and
No.
defense.
3-1 ball game.
They just didn't want me to be
Game
undefeated
for a
on camera.
little
That's
bit
where
more.
they
It
said, you
seemed
know
at
what?
points
You
the
hit a
offenses were going to
pinch
break
hit
out,
grand
but a total
slam
of 4 runs
and win the
combined.
game against
Really
the
good pitching and defense on
arguably
both
the
sides.
best
Just a
roster in
couple of key
baseball.
swings, making all the difference.
And your final 3-1.
Gotta lose,
Dave
gotta lose.
Roberts and
Sorry.
company
Hey,
celebrate
keep
in
me
the
humble.
dugout.
Keep me humble,
For Chris
man.
Singleton
It's
and
fine.
our entire
I understand.
outstanding crew here at MLB The Show, I'm John Shambi.
Whatever. Yeah, that was that was a little embarrassing, not gonna lie, because I just cannot time anything up. Let's see what they do against Bobby Miller. 2-1 win. Let's go. 5 hits. Okay, so computer's not that much better than me. Ellie with 2 hits, including a home run. Love to see that. Everyone else that's important in the lineup didn't hit. Matt McClain struck out twice, so yeah, he's still streaky as hell. CES worked a walk, so at least he got on once. And Austin Wynn brought in our other run. So way to go, Austin. Oh, it's Austin Wins, not Austin Wynn. This is a Memorial Day game against the Cardinals. I'll probably play that. I like to play the holiday ones. But yeah, I guess one thing I didn't do at the start of this is go through the standings. So now after that series where we take 2 out of 3 with the Dodgers, we moved to 34-20, 2.5 games up on the Cardinals, who really started to get really hot in late April and early May. So they're now firmly in the division race and the wild card race. The Cubs fell off a little bit, but they're still doing okay. And the Pirates at one point were 2 games behind us in the division. Like, they were really hot, but now they've kind of cooled off, but still 4 games above 500. Brewers, not very good. In the West, the Dodgers, I'd usually expect, are winning. The Giants are right there. The Diamondbacks, fresh off their NL championship season, not doing so hot. Rockies, bad, as you'd expect. And the Padres, really bad. 20 games below 500. All that money they're paying to that middle infield, and, you know, well, Fernando Tatis isn't a middle infielder anymore. He's an outfielder, but spending all that money, making moves, getting Dylan Cease, and at least in this game, not paying off at all. NL East, the Braves, surprisingly, not great. They're a wild card team, but the Phillies, who by no means are a bad team, but they're winning the NL East over the Braves, which is a little surprising. The Nationals, third, and then the Marlins and Mets, another team not afraid to spend money, not paying off there. In the AL West, the defending champion Rangers, who, when we played them in the last part, had a losing record, but they've turned it around and back to normal for them. They're atop the AL West, which is a pretty competitive division. Mariners, Astros, right there. Angels are mid, like literally exactly middle of the road, 1 game below 500. And the A's actually, they're bad, but not horrible. Twins leading the AL Central. Tigers are right there behind them, and then after that, Guardians are. I know the Guardians have no offense, but their pitching usually keeps them relevant in that division. But they're not doing good at all. White Sox are the worst team in baseball. They're bad. AL East, the Yankees have the best record in baseball in this, so all the hype that they usually disappoint and fail to deliver on, they're living up to it so far. The Orioles are good, as you'd expect. The Blue Jays are solid. The Red Sox are competitive, and the Rays, the Wander Franco ripple effect is seemingly wearing on the whole team because they're terrible. So that's the standings. And then another thing, as the Twins call up Gabriel Gonzalez. So every like 10 games or so, I'll check in on the transactions. Nothing really, like the Yankees traded for prospects. I obviously traded for a minor league pitcher to free up a roster spot, and then the Cardinals just traded some backups. But one thing that did happen is Jordan Montgomery, who I said previously, and we'll go over it here, free agents in this game, no matter how good they are, overall, whatever, if they are not signed by the start of the year, like spring training, typically I never see them get signed. Like JD Martinez, look at his hitting ratings. They are plummeting, but they're still really good. Like in real life, he got signed by the Mets. Almost any competitive team could use a bat like his in their lineup. But for whatever reason in this game, guys just don't get signed. Like Trevor Bauer, I know he's not actually in the game, but he is reinstated by the MLB. 84 overall, 33, so not like super, super old yet, not getting signed. Tommy Pham, decent bat, could definitely platoon him against lefties, not getting signed. Michael Lorenzen, all-star last year, not getting signed. He got signed by the Rangers in real life, JD by the Mets, and Jordan Montgomery, who got signed by the Cardinals in this, he actually got signed by the Diamondbacks for a $25 million deal today or yesterday. So, but yeah, in this game, if they're free agents, they just don't get signed. It's something that I don't really like. I've tried to get around it. Like I said, I kept the rosters as up to date as possible for, the pseudo opening day on the 20th. Obviously, roster moves change a little bit, but even when guys sign, like off camera, I like made a save file where I signed JD Martinez and tried to trade him to the Mets. But this game does a thing where it's kind of like to prevent you from exploiting it, signing free agent and trading for prospects, so to speak. If you like sign a guy and try to trade him right away, you won't get any trade offers. So like, when you go in this game, gosh damn, I can't even get to it. And you go to suggest trade, they'll pull up, a list of these trades here, which obviously for Matt McClain, there's going to be a lot of offers. But if you try to sign one of those free agents and try to trade them right away, it just won't pull up any offers. So it kind of sucks that these guys, especially JD, who Tommy Pham and Zach Greinke, their ratings are just going down so much. Like we're not even 2 months in, and JD Martinez, who I think is like an 86 is down 5 overall points. So he is actually. I'm kind of considering signing him. Not gonna lie, because as you see, both in my ability to hit on camera and even through the sim, we have a lot of inconsistencies in the lineup, and we've been competitive. He would actually be a really good bat to have, um, just in the middle of the order, just pure DH. So I'm considering that, but also I'm looking at this from a realistic perspective, and I'm like, would the Reds really sign a guy who's 36-year-old, even though he still rakes, and prevent their younger players from playing, like Fraley or Will Benson, or instead of calling up Noelvi, we're going to sign a veteran. So kind of looking at that from that perspective, and I don't know if I will, but I'm kind of 50-50 on it because we do need another bat, but I don't know. It just sucks to see these good players just rotting, because that's something, again, in other games I feel like they do a better job at. When good players are in free agency, teams will sign them, but not really so much in this game. At least not if the season has already started. So, but yeah. Anyway, that'll do it for this part. Unfortunately, not able to get the win, but we got a sim win, so that counts for something. Um, and the next part, I talked about this when I was trying to record this earlier. I think the series we're going to do is this one here against the Yankees, best record in baseball at Yankee Stadium, and it's a little bit before the All-Star game, so I think we could group together like a quick count game here, and then maybe we could do the draft real quick, or maybe I'll save the draft and All-Star game and home run derby for a separate video. Who knows? But plan on that being the focus series, so about a month, worth of games. Another thing I'm thinking about doing is doing player lot games for some of our top prospects, and kind of MLB cast-offs that we're hoping to develop. So like, maybe we'll do a series or a game against the Rocket City Trash Pandas, because that is an awesome mascot, and we'll player lock Sal Stewart. Or we'll go AAA, and we could play this series against the Mud Hens and do a player lock game with Tyler Stevenson or Stuart Fairchild or Noelvi Marte. That way, or we could pitch a game with Rhett Lauder. So that way I'm kind of showcasing the prospects before they get to the MLB. So I'll consider that. But definitely want to get one of these games here in Yankee Stadium. Um, and then after that, it'll be, the All-Star break and right up towards the midway point of the year. So far, so good. Like, we're top of the division, being competitive. The lineup's inconsistent. The pitching has been really solid. Um, so somehow our speed dropped all the way to 12th. I feel like it was really high to start the year, but I don't know. Doesn't matter. We're doing good. And yeah, for the most part, everyone's progressing. There's no one really going down. Friedel is here, but like Ellie's going up, Matt McLean's going up, Hunter Green is going up, Spencer Steers not hitting great, but his ratings are still going up. So ratings-wise, everything's going well. Guys are developing. And yeah, so far so good. So that'll do it for this part. The next time we'll do some player lock with some of our prospects, and then play a little bit of that Yankees series, and then it'll be time for the All-Star break. All right. So hope you guys enjoyed this one, and have a great day.